duties of the ministry. But I'm so privileged, on behalf of Honorable Minister, we welcome you. You are stakeholders, and you are part of institution, because media is a blood. It is a blood stream because it is a tool of communication. So for that case, we feel happy to see you to pass accurate information to the public so that our people will be able to get a clear picture for what is happening. So thank you very much for coming. And with your respects, I will take you through this press release on behalf of Honorable Minister. He is supposed to be the one to officiate. However, he is unwell, and I will do it on his behalf. My name is Dr. Matiok Santino Okwe, the Undersecretary Ministry of Mine. Here I have my team, DG for Mineral Development. You can understand us so that they can see you. He's the one who is in charge of the mineral within the Republic of South Sudan. You need to apply for a license. It doesn't mean that if you are only covering the media, you cannot own the concession. You can see him. Or if you have a friend, he's the right man who can handle the issues related to the mining concession within the Republic of South Sudan, either one. We have DG Jackson. He's the one that contacts all of you. He's the one in charge of PR and marketing within the ministry. And there is Conrad Francis. He's the Office Executive Director, Office of the Minister, and supporting team. So these are those who are here. Otherwise, thank you. Now, we will begin with the introduction, which is the program, why we are here. And then from there, I will read out this. If you have questions, you will be given the floor for 5 questions, okay? Because we have other critical issues. And then from there, we will respond. If you need more questions, we will see on how to adjust, okay? Yeah, thank you. Press conference. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, good morning. The Ministry of Mining has recently implemented several key decisions to foster a conducive environment for the growth of the mining sector. Honorable Minister of Mining, Republic of South Sudan, have issued multiple mineral mining and ministerial orders as outlined below. Suspensions of explorations and small-scale mining licenses. The Honorable Minister issued ministerial order on October 30th, 2025, suspending the issuance of exploration license. Effective November 1st, 2025, the issuance of a new exploration license and small-scale mining license in Western Barghazal State is temporarily suspended until further notice. These measures allowed the government to initiate a comprehensive geological survey of South Sudan starting in Western Barghazal State. Preparatory work has commenced and the official launch is scheduled for January 28, 2026. The ministry is committed to transparency and responsible mining practice and will provide updates on the survey as progress. Following this order, the ministry held a meeting on November 8, 2025 with all the mining companies operating in Western Barghazal State. During the briefing, the importance of the upcoming geological survey was emphasized, and full support from the private sector was solicited. The meeting also addressed the concern raised by the stakeholders, including the establishing of the Chamber of Mines to represent the sector has collective interests, which is vital for policy developments and review within the Republic of South Sudan. Gold trading and export regulation. On November 5, 2025, the Honorable Minister issued another order regulating gold trading and export activities within South Sudan. Only entities holding a valid mineral trading license are authorized to buy, sell, and export gold. Small-scale miners are permitted to sell the gold locally to licensed traders. The minimum export quantity is set at 1,000 grams. That is 1 kg. This order promotes responsible mining transparency and legal compliance of export activities. It aims to eliminate illegal trades and emphasize accountability, social responsibility, and adhere to international standards. Small-scale and artisanal miners must follow responsible practice when selling a local, including safety and labor standards. The regulation encourages value additions and domestic market stability. Gold refinery licensing and guidelines. On November 11, 2025, the Honorable Minister issued another ministerial order establishing a gold refinery license and associate guideline. Initially, only 5 licenses will be granted, each valid for 5 years with provision for renewal. Applicant must meet strict criteria, including business registrations, proof of operational premises, financial sustainability, financial stability, and compliance with environmental and safety standards, including anti-money laundering. Know your customers' key YMC requirement. Refineries must be established within 12 months of licensing. This initiative supports the development of compliant, environmentally responsible gold refinery facilities within South Sudan and align with the government's broader goal of economic diversification, transparency, and sustainable resource management. Detailed regulations will be published to guide stakeholders. Incident in Jebel Iraq. The Ministry of Mining has received the preliminary reports regarding the deadly incident in Jebel Iraq of Central Equatoria States. They claim the lives of 4 artisanal miners. This incident is being investigated and full report will be rendered to the relevant authorities. On September 23, 2025, the ministry conducted an inspection of mining activities in Jebel Iraq, led by Honorable Dr. Matiok Santino Kwe, accompanied by senior officials, including directors generals, and law enforcement agencies. The purpose was to verify and ascertain report of illegal mining and ensure strict compliance with the law and regulations. The ministry has confirmed the presence of widespread artisanal and illicit small-scale miners operating in the area. In the works of this visit, the ministry strongly urged authorities, especially law enforcement agencies, including national security, the mining police, the SPDF, to unify and coordinate action to combat illegal mining across the country. This message has been broadcast through SSBC, the Ministry's social media channels, and formal communication to relevant authorities. It is equally important to clarify that the Ministry of Mining oversees licensing for exploration on both small-scale minings and large-scale minings. Artisanal mining, however, is regulated and licensed by the state government. Therefore, any disputes among artisanal miners fall under state jurisdictions and must be investigated and resolved at the state level. We categorically deny any allegations that Honorable Adut Kirmayadit hold an active license with the Ministry of Mines. Honorable Adut has neither sought nor been granted any mining concession nor show any interest in mining activities within Jebel Iraq at the Ministry of Mines. The ministry has no record indicating involvement or ownerships in any mining operation in South Sudan. We call all relevant authorities to thoroughly investigate the incident in Jebel Iraq and to hold those responsible accountable. The Ministry of Mining reiterates its urgent appeal to law enforcement agencies to collaborate in dismantling illegal mining activities and safeguarding our nation's earth resources. Thank you. Any question? Okay.
Yes, my name is Sani Martin from Red Iraq.
Sani Martin.
Yes, I would like to find out about two issues. Who is heading the committee to investigate the incident of Red Iraq? And what are the terms of references? How many member committee? What are the terms of references and how long? And the second last question from my side is illegal mining a widespread scenario in the country according to the Ministry of Mining, and what is being done to combat it?
Okay. You can take note on that. Yes?
Thank you. I'm Taban Gabriel. I work for Radio Nova. I have two questions. The first is how is the ministry working with the state to ensure curbing illegal mining is a joint force that does not sideline the state, nor does it sideline the national government, considering the situation that happened in Jebel Iraq. And my second question is, the ministry has been operating for years. How is the country benefiting from this ministry? We are hearing in Eastern Equatoria mine activities going on, in Western Bahr el Ghazal, and here in Central Equatoria. But there is nothing that shows that the country is benefiting from mining. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take note. Yeah.
Thank you very much. My name is William Adwak and I work for King Media. My question is related to what my colleague just said now, Gabriel.
If it's related, then
yeah,
you need to
no,
ask.
but he did not touch what I want to touch.
All right, go ahead.
Because he is asking how the country is benefiting from the ministry. But what I want to point on is the report. There is a report that is recently released by Swiss Eats, okay, alleging that most of the mining resources from South Sudan are being illegally smuggled out of the country by armed forces, both from opposition and the government, and also the artisanal miners, including the foreigners. So I want to know what is the ministry doing in regard to illegal smuggling of the goals, and at the same time, what are the policies that you will put in place to make sure that not the individuals who will benefit from their resources, but the country as well?
Let me begin from there, okay? Just for any report that is not on our social media platform, it's null and void because the finding was not presented to Ministry of Mines. Therefore, the report might be biased, okay, and not authentic. Yeah.
Yes, thank you for the number. I work for number one, student newspaper. You said in September the ministry had a inspection visit to the site, and there are allegations that there are foreign nationals operating, whether it's gold exploration or extraction in Jebel Iraq. During your visit, what did you find on the ground? That's one. Two, I wanted to know annually, is there data that the ministry has on the export volume of South Sudan gold? Because in 2022, I remember the International Monetary Fund said gold worth $150 million smuggled to Uganda.
Which page was that?
2022, International Monetary Fund.
Yes.
Again, the same year.
Data was from which source?
International Monetary Fund. IMF. The same year, they said the gold equivalent to 120 million was registered in Dubai. Also, if you take UN comrades, Dubai said gold from South Sudan is exported. South Sudan is not declaring to UN comrades. How much is South Sudan exporting gold out?
Okay, one lady.
الدين ده واقع داخل مناطق المحمية. أنا قاعد أشوف فيما يتعلق بهذا الوزارة بتعمل شنو في الكلام ده؟ مربوط أيضا بمحمية أو بحظيرة بوما في بور الكبرى، وفي شركات برضه شغالة، شركات غير وطنية، ما شركات بتاعت جنوب السودان، شركات إثيوبية شغالة مع الصينيين في الثمار الخاصة خاصة في.
So do you have a report for that? Because we haven't get that information.
عندنا سلمناه للوزارة.
Yes.
DG باسمه بيقول عارف الكلام ده كويس.
So he knows. Then you will ask DG about that one because we are not aware of that there are Ethiopian companies exist in that area. Yes.
I just want you to dwell more on the question about the Swiss report. And you know, some reports are being conducted genuinely, like they dig down and they really come with probably could be accurate information from the ground. Some of them really interview locals and you know they do their own research. And when a government respond like we have not seen it and it's biased or like that, it doesn't really, the weight of that response is not compared to the report itself, to the effort put on that report. So we want the government, like, are you saying they should submit that report to you so that you can find out whether it's genuine or not, or what is the next move that the government can really take, something that can convince the public outside there?
First of all, what you should know, the Ministry of Mine is govern and regulation policy. And that is Mining Acts, okay? And Mining Acts stipulates the rules that are governing the exploration, the productions, and how the government is supposed to manage the mineral in the country. Therefore, any finding, any report being published, and it is not in our platform, is null and void, because we have not authorized anybody to write anything. If you have a finding, you first submit to Ministry of Mine. We have stakeholders, we have partners, okay, like UNDP, they also have some reports about Ministry of Mine. So any Swiss report, we haven't seen it, they haven't presented to us so that we should know the findings. So it is null and void, and it is not authenticated. It might be a bias, and any report that is biased, you can be held accountable for it because it can be misleading information, and we cannot entertain such. Okay, laid base on our matters of concern with integrity. Okay, that's how it can work, because our Mining Act stipulated the regulation of the mineral very clear, and the mining sector. So thank you for that. Yeah, let me respond some few questions.
Okay, number one is
Yes.
from Radio Miraya saying whether there is a committee that is set and who is heading
Yeah,
the
very,
committee
very.
and what is their tier.
Yeah. Now, for the incident of Jebel Iraq, we have national security base for overseeing our mining activities within the ministry. Okay? We have mining police. It is also their responsibility so that they can see the matters of concern. Therefore, we have left this one into their hand, and they will be able to give us the final feedback. The public will be aware about this. So that's why we said the matters of concern will be addressed jointly with the states and SSPDFs, because you know, anything outside those concession areas where we issue the license is under ground forces, and they will be the one to handle that. Thank you.
The second one is whether illegal is rampant in the country.
Yes, there is illegal mining that is going on within the country. The only way for us, and there was one gentleman that asked that question, the only way to curb this is whereby we will launch this geological mapping. One geological survey is conducted. That is when the matters of concern related to illegal mining will be stopped, as well as passing the bill that is pending in the parliament for establishment of South Sudan mining corporations. It will be the one to take over and handle those issues.
Yeah. The next question is how is the Minister of Mining working with the state authorities and whether each of the authorities are sidelining each other? In other words, what is the relationship between us and the state?
Yes, the whole state is to work jointly with the Ministry of Mine. And that is what we are doing for all this period of times. There is no overlapping issues because the mining sector, it is governed by the Mining Act. And the state knows their role clearly, what are stipulated within a Mining Act. So anybody that is not able to get the Mining Act, please get a copy, and then you will be able to know their role.
Okay, the next one is how is the country benefiting from mining? There are reports of a lot of mining activity taking place in the whole country, but there's no report of how the country is.
Yes, we don't have significant discoveries. As well, we don't have a large-scale productions. The companies which are participating in the mining sector now are for trial stage. They are conducting explorations, and after exploration, and you get a significant discoveries whereby the company can even apply for a medium scale, large scale. Therefore, there is no way that we can generate revenue when there is no major companies or major players in this sector. So this one is a collective responsibility for all of us so that we can embark, support mining sector. We can inject, the partners should come in. We should also even handle the issue of insecurity, okay? You know, mining is not just in sub areas, and the companies that needs to enter into mining sector, they should be able to know that there is safety, right? So we call everyone to stop all the issues, the communities, you know, the stakeholders, to give access to the companies that are carrying out geological survey, and then from there we will enjoy the dividends of our revenue.
Yeah, the next one, I think you have already responded to it, which is about the Swiss report. Following that is whether during our visit to Jebel Iraq, whether we have confirmed that there are foreign nationals operating in that area.
Yes, we discovered that. And I knew very well that if that matter is not going to be addressed, it can be a matter of concern. Because what is happening in Jebel Iraq, there are so many participants. There are so many participants who are also conducting illegal minings. Foreigners are there, our artisanal miners, and they have not been regulated by states. Neither should the relevant authorities step in so that they can handle that matter. So we knew that there is a problem, and we report it. It was broadcast, and it is actually in our platform. So it is not something that new. So we required mitigation to address that. So it is a risk itself. Yeah.
Next one is that there is reports of gold being sold in foreign markets like Dubai. And the question is whether the ministry has data in terms of the value of export of gold in these other foreign.
Some information. Surprise sometimes that South Sudan produced 5 tons of gold, okay, and it has been exported outside. That is smuggling. If we don't have a record in our system, that is smuggling. And of course, you know very well that our borders are porous borders, and anybody can just smuggle gold outside the country. It cannot be only from South Sudan. It can come from Sudan, and you just transit with it. So that report is not authenticated. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think the second last is the one that you have somehow responded to it, that whether we have people working with those in the Jebel Iraq area, and whether we give them licenses.
Yes, that's a very good question. Jebel Iraq is a concession of one of the companies that is registered for exploration license. It's called GoldLifts. Okay? That area, even if there are artisanal miners carrying out their activities, it is a concession. It is a concession of another company, and they are just doing artisanal mining within that area. Yeah.
Just a clarification on the last part. You said GoldLift is the company doing exploration.
It is the company that is conducting exploration within that area, okay? And it is the company that is officially being issued with a license for explorations. So the rest of artisanal that are going on around, it is the role of the state. But that is that concession, it is already being issued.
Yes,
yeah.
From the ministry database.
Yeah. That is not the issue here. So
Yes.
yeah, you don't need to require the data for how many companies, but abruptly for your own consumption, entirely 121 companies. So the public should know. But it's still open. If you want to apply for one, you can get a license. Yes.
Of course, as a minister of mining, what are the target by year as annual industry?
I thought I answered that question. We are not at the production stage. So how can we determine that? We are on trial stage. Exploration is not a production. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. See you next time. I wish you the best. Thank you.